So, Microsoft leaked the fact that they are going to have basically their video game lineup. The fact that internal emails saying how Phil Spencer wanted to purchase Nintendo, which I'm gonna be honest, Nintendo's at the top of the game. If I was Microsoft, I would want to purchase them too. If you're looking into acquisitions, that would be like the unicorn of acquisitions to acquire that. That's like if Microsoft said, "Hey, I'm gonna go and buy Sony PlayStation." Yeah, you know. So, I don't see anything there except for the fact that maybe, you know, Microsoft, Xbox, and Phil Spencer have all been kind of having a good buddy buddy relationship with Nintendo, and I'm sure Nintendo hearing that's kind of like, oh, well, that's what they're talking about. But I'm sure Nintendo said, yeah, they're probably talking about that. So, anyway, that aside, I just wanted to say, just real quick, I'm starting to think that Microsoft put all these documents out there, and one of the big things in the document was the fact that they're going to be releasing in if the times and everything holds up in 2025 they're going to release an all digital Xbox Series X, and they are going to also be discontinuing the disc based Xbox Series X, which means all Microsoft systems after 2025, I guess, or is it 2024 when they stop again? Basically, when they do this, I'm not sure the dates. But basically, they're gonna only have digital systems and no disc. And I'm saying to myself, I mean, either someone is really gonna get fired for putting this out there and they weren't supposed to, or this was on purpose. And why would it be on purpose, you say? Well, if Microsoft is trying to drive up sales potential, which honestly, the reason why the S is selling more than the X, I feel, at least the reason why I bought an S over an X originally, was there were no X's available. There were plenty of S's at the time, and it was very hard to find an X. So I said, okay, I'll get an S. I'll get in the ecosystem. I'll get Game Pass. I'll get some, some digital, things going happening. And then once an X becomes available, I'll upgrade to an X. And then the S that I bought, maybe I'll keep it as a spare, or I can give it away, whatever. So, yeah, but I'm thinking, why would they do it purposely? I mean, this is obviously a tinfoil hat theory. No one is saying that they did this, that they have proof of this. But I'm saying, if they did it, what if they did it because they're trying to drive up that FOMO, that fear of missing out, that if you don't buy a Series X right now with the disc, then you are never going to get one in the future when they discontinue it. And right now, if they can drive up their install base, I mean, any way they can do it, because obviously it's, I mean, if you believe the rumors, PlayStation is also going all digital, but they're going to have an optional disc drive. Now, you would say maybe that Microsoft didn't say anything about this, but in these documents, they were talking about other things that weren't consoles, like the controller. So why wouldn't they talk about the optional disc drive being sold if that was the option with Microsoft? I really think that if this was done on purpose, the reason why it was done on purpose was to drive up FOMO so they can sell more disc systems right now and just get people to say, oh, if I don't get this, I'm not going to get it right now. And maybe boost sales any little bit they can, because, I mean, listen, whether the news is going to be good or bad to people, how they perceive it, it's not going to change if you find out now that they're releasing an all digital system in the future, and that's where they're going with things, or if you find out later. Either way, if you don't like that information, you're not going to like it now or then. So might as well do it now, and then maybe drive up some sales of these disc systems while it's there, and then maybe even see, listen, if they show that there's enough interest for the disc system, maybe they say, hey, listen, maybe we'll bring it back in the future, but not till after they go all digital at first to, get rid of that stock. And then maybe the next generation, they'll be like, okay, guess what? We're coming back. We're bringing you a fan favorite. Here's the disc version again. We're sorry. We won't do that again. I mean, listen, it's all about, selling the systems, isn't it? I mean, if you're in business, isn't that what it's for? You're bringing that install base up any way you can. Anyway, this is Casual Noob with a tinfoil hat theory. Later.